Hey guys, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Let's get in here. Let's get started. Let's get ready to go. Let me see here. All right. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. As you come in, just say here. As you come in, just say here. Look at this. All right. Hey, Gigi. All right. So listen, guys. Happy Thursday. I've been teaching all week, so I'm like, what day is it? But very excited to have this conversation, and of course, always see you guys every Thursday, and really just do a huddle. You guys know that for many of you that's been with me for a while, in my office we do a huddle. Hey Eves, good to see you. We do a huddle every morning, right? With the different teams in the office, and so it's an opportunity to just check in and go over the files, go hit any issues, and check in. And so I look at this as an opportunity to check in with you guys each week, and just really see how things are going, right? Obviously, we do a teaching topic, but I also want to just check your polls, right? Make sure everything is well. So I was telling my team, like, we have to, instead of necessarily a huddle, I'm sorry, a class, we're huddling, right? We're coming together, checking in, seeing what's going on, and then we go one, two, three, and we break back out. So good to see everyone as you are coming in. I'm excited about today's topic. I feel like today's topic is a hidden gem. I feel like this is a topic that your memes are great. I feel like this is a topic that a lot of people don't know about. But it's something that's being highly utilized. You guys know, I would post like a little banner on my Instagram page about the different huddles, right? The topics that we'll be discussing. And I posted this one, and one of our colleagues, a top producer, he messaged me. He DM'd me with the emoji with the big eyes and the mouth open, like, oh. And I was like, what, you're using those? He's like, yes. And I was like, well, the secret's out, right? There's enough business for everybody. So we're talking about it this week. And that's weird. Hopefully it'll be something that you guys can engage going forward. So let's get right into it. I am going to let's go. All right. So mm, 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 mm. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Title Experts University. Learn more to earn more. Where we come in, we learn more to earn more. Obviously, I should know everyone that's in the room. For those who I have not had an opportunity to meet before, personally or virtually, if this is your first huddle with us, my name is Ray Cole Jackson. I'm the founder and your lead instructor for TXU. A little bit about myself. I am originally from Florida, Miami specifically. Went to UF, go Gators. Got my law degree from Santa Clara University, where I was the founder of the Real Estate Law Society. I am a real estate attorney. Got my LLM in real property development from the University of Miami School of Law, and I am a licensed Florida realtor. So the conversations when we huddle, they come together from really just experience, right? Being in the field, and also some of the training and the coaching that I've gotten. I always want to bring it to you guys. So you know that TXU is powered by Title Experts. That is our title company. We are a full service settlement services firm. We close all of Florida via remote offices, satellite offices from the Keys to the trees. We go all the way up north. We use remote online notaries and, of course, mobile notaries. So if we have not had an opportunity to work with you before, if you're new to the community, we would love to work with you. Some of the benefits and features of working with title experts include we are an attorney managed firm. That includes myself. We provide a dedicated closing team, your own closer and closing coordinator, so that we always like for you to know who your main point of contact is. If you have any questions, you're not being passed around, you can call your closing team who's fully aware of the status of your files. Regular status updates, weekly status updates. Again, we've heard stories of, oh, I don't hear from the title company until there's a problem. Well, we want you guys to hear from us regularly. And we put weekly, but weekly could be a few times per week based on what's going on with your file. Helpful closing guides, and of course, rush processing is available. If you're ready to close, we're ready to close. As soon as title is clear, we are ready. We have a 21-day closing protocol. That means that title is clear in this office. And so we are waiting for the parties to be ready to sign, for the lender to give us a clear to close if it's finance or whatever that may be the case. All right. If you go under contract while we're here on the call, our new contracts, go to contracts@titleexperts.com. Questions, go to closings@titleexperts.com. And you can always call us at 866-5-EXPERTS. All right. All right. So let's get into this topic of how to use Facebook communities for business development. This is a unique topic, like I mentioned. This is something that you guys will be. You guys, I'm sure. I mean, we're a Facebook community. There's a number of individuals that are using Facebook communities at a very high level, a very high level. And when I mean high level, I mean they're making millions of dollars out of their Facebook communities. The reason why it was a good idea for us to have this conversation after we had our conversation last week about the homebuyer workshop is because this is a great opportunity. This is almost like part two. So remember last week we talked about the follow-up, which was to have your one-on-one appointment, your buyer consultation, to make sure that they're receiving emails, drip campaigns from the MLS, whatever other follow-up techniques that you have. A Facebook community, guys, allows you the opportunity to nurture your leads. You to stay in front of them. You can they are all now pretty much in this incubator. Everyone's in the same place. You know they're going to see your content. There's ways for you to ensure that they see your content, but you basically have a community. You have a tribe. You have a what do you call it? You have a captivated audience, right? So if you look at it from this perspective, all of your leads in one place versus your leads being in your CRM, right? There's no engagement. When you have to communicate with them, you communicate with them either just by single emails or text messages or phone calls. But when they're in the community, you can go in the community and talk to everyone pretty much all at one time. So this is why Facebook communities, again, envision this. All of the people, as you're doing your home buyer workshops each month, all of those people are now in your Facebook community. So your community is growing. You become a resource. You become a landmark. You become a go-to spot for your leads to get information on that particular topic, right? So, for example, maybe your Facebook community is maybe your community is for first-time home buyers. Maybe you have a farm area such as maybe it's Boca, East Boca, right? That's your farm area, and so your Facebook community is about East Boca. So you're going to put in there, you're going to put listings, you're going to put community activities, you're going to put all types of things that are relevant to East Boca. But I can tell you that the communities that are more targeted, more niche down, they get the greatest return, right? Because you know for sure you have a clearer vision, thought process on what that community needs. So I would use, for example, a community in my area, Olympia. Let's say you work Olympia, and that's in Wellington. For those who may not know, I know we're all over Florida. Olympia is in Wellington, Florida. They have thousands of homes in that community. If you were to start a Facebook community for Olympia and you posted in their community activities, you posted new listings, you posted just closed, You post valuation information. You post information about activities that are going on in Wellington. Maybe you are so you've gotten so entrenched in that community, you can post anniversaries and birthdays. You can easily become the go-to professional for that community based on creating these Facebook communities, right? So look at it that way. They are a tool for you to really have your people come to you for their real estate needs, their home buying needs, their home selling needs. So again, you think about what type of community would you be using this for. So this is some technical information. We're just gonna breeze through this really quickly. There is a handout that you should have already received, and it's also going to be posted in our community with these steps on how to create a Facebook group. Very self-explanatory. Step one, go to groups in Facebook, click create group. Thirdly, you're going to name your group. What is your group? And this is probably going to be the hardest part. I assure you. You're going to be like, what should I name this group? Well, here's a quick tip for you. You can have more than one group. Maybe you have a group for first-time home buyers, and you still also have a group for using, going back to our hypothetical, Olympia, some community, right? And maybe you also have a group for do you work with investors, right? So you don't have to try and figure out one group. Again, it would be best if you niche down and have your group specific to whatever that target audience is. So, as we're talking today, what is that target audience? Again, I suggest the first time the home buyer workshop group is a no-brainer for me. Anyone that has committed to doing these workshops each month, a Facebook group for that community is a no-brainer. You're going to point them to that community, and in there will be posts about, obviously, the next home buyer workshop. Here's the next step. Is everyone taking their next step, et cetera, et cetera. So naming your group, that's probably going to be one of the hardest parts about this entire process. And then step four is add some people to your group. Now, I would hope, if at all possible, anyone that you are, doing business with, they're probably also friends with you on social media. And that's a good thing because that's also a way for you to engage with them, continue to engage with them, to continue to nurture the relationship. And they will continue to see your posts, right? They will continue to see the work that you're doing in that space. So you would search for those contacts and add them to the group. Anyone that you're friends with, or maybe not friends with, and add them to the group. Step 5, choose the privacy. Is it going to be public or private? For public groups, anyone can see who's in the group and what they post. For private groups, only members can see who's in the group and what they post. For our purposes, private groups tend to have better community engagement. Your group should be private, because also if it's not private, then anyone can see your content without committing to the group, right? So I would say that it's best for it to be private, because again, they would commit to the group, and also the people that are in the group are more likely to engage, post, comment, etc. You want to determine if the group is visible or not. If it's visible or hidden. Visible groups, that means that anyone can find the group. They can search for and anyone can find the group. Hidden groups means that only members can find the group, and then people can only join via invitation. It is recommended that you have a visible group. Now, remember, going back to our home buyer workshop and the pre-work, their pre-work may be to go to Facebook and join this group so that they're already in there, seeing the content, seeing the engagement, seeing the interaction, right? This can be part of the pre-work. If not the pre-work, definitely their homework would be to join this group. Step 7, create the group. Step 8, now we just get into making it pretty. We have a house now. once we select create group, we have the house, we have the structure. Now it's time to make it a home. You're going to upload. Step 8 is to choose a cover photo. The cover photo, I would suggest that it obviously be a photo of you with your contact information. If the group is, if you have a name for the group, a brand name for the group, put that in the banner. Look back at our group as an example. To look at the banner that we have on our group page. All right. Hey Larry, oh you got it, Hosea? Great. And then add a description. What is your group for? What is the purpose of the group? Remember we talked about what is the what is the niche? What is this particular group about? Whatever this group is about, that should be the description there in the add description section, right? And then you can also add whatever group rules you have here as well. All right. Now we're making it a home. Now we're personalizing it, right? You want to edit the group settings next. Customize anything that you would like with regards to the group. Some of the things you can change, if you change your mind, change the group name, change the group type, the description, obviously the location, the tags, the LinkedIn pages, the web address, privacy settings, etc. Right? Whether or not you need to approve the posts, posting permissions, membership requests. These are all the different things that you can do within this group. The next step is to continue to add members. Now remember, our strategy, let's talk about strategy for adding members. Number one is going to be the people who have signed up for, we're going to continue to use the home buyer workshop. It's going to be the people who have signed up for the home buyer workshop. That's going to be their pre-work. Number two, as you market, remember you're going to be marketing throughout the month for this home buyer workshop. So you're going to say join our community at, and then you'll have the link on your business card. Anything that you give out, maybe in your signature line, join our ready to buy, join our community at, they'll join your community. Anything that you're giving out, that really anything that could be in front of people, put your link for your community, right? But again, I would say make sure that the community is targeted, and make sure you're providing valuable content. So step 12, this is not impossible, but this is where the work comes in. But you should enjoy this part. Create community and encourage engagement. So all good Facebook groups require an admin that adds value to the group and starts good discussion. Stay active in the group, post frequently as the group is growing. So you could potentially go in that group, I would say start off Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then eventually daily, and post. There's a technique. If you want to make sure that if you post in the group and you want to make sure that everyone gets the notification and you not necessarily just wait for them to go into the group, you would use the @ symbol, and you would type everyone, post whatever the information is, and then everyone in that group will get the notification about that post. And then again, continuing to use the home buyer workshop hypothetical, what will you post in that group? Obviously, you're going to post about interest rates again. You're going to post about next steps, credit repair, whatever, everything related to home buying, right? Maybe grant programs, maybe a new construction community. You're not going to put the address because they need to contact you, right? You want to make sure they come to you. Don't go directly to the community. Come to me first, right? So that, again, you become a resource. You become a hub for their home buying needs. In that community, also put resources, put guides, put handouts, right? The same way we post handouts in our community, post handouts in your community about that particular topic, how to be successful on that particular topic. All right. The other thing is, and the one thing I wanted to tell you too, is you can create a schedule before we go to the next slide. You can create a schedule for this, And then you can also utilize, if anyone already has a virtual assistant, you can use a virtual assistant to help you with Facebook community management. Obviously, the community wants to see your face, but all of the technical pieces of adding um, handouts to the community, maybe welcoming people into the community, all of that can be delegated to your virtual assistant, right? You can post videos in there. Like this can literally become your go-to. That you, again, I know people, guys, they're making millions, and it's on different topics. But you can remember we talked about, you're looking for, you can do well off 2 transactions per month, and you can do well. And what if your Facebook community was one of your 3 main lead gen strategies? And you can clearly do this from wherever you are, right? You don't even have to be on the phone dialing. You can do this at different hours of the day. But again, think about, what if you shot an email to your entire database, or at least to those who would fit into this group, saying, join my community. People love information, especially if they're trying to get to a place. All right. All right. We got there very quickly. Any questions? Any questions on that topic? Any questions? Again, the handout is going to be in the community. Go back and listen to this recording. Also, homework for you is to go look at some communities. Go look and see communities that you're part of. What are they doing that you like? What are they doing that you would do differently? Right? I'm glad you finding value. I'm glad. I'm glad. So next week, guys, I want to make sure you're aware that we will be on Zoom. We will be on Zoom. Say, what's the best way to keep email database? You mean to save their emails once they become once they join? Well, you have a number of ways to do that. One, you can go manual. You can, as soon as they join, you take their email address and you place it in your CRM. That's a very good question. There's also a tool out there that pulls the information. Like, guys, Facebook communities are high level. They are really being used for business growth, such that when you start seeing people build tools around stuff, you know that they're really being utilized. So there's a tool out there that it's automated. It's a piece of automation that will take the information that is inputted by your community, your new members, and it will automatically feed it into your CRM. So I don't know the name of it. I didn't take the time, honestly, to go look at it. Maybe we'll take a look at it. I promise with you, I'd be honest with you. I did not look at it. I'll ask the team to take a look at it and see if they can come back and post it in the group. But again, this is when you start seeing tools built around stuff, then you know that there's a need for it, and there's a lot of people. So there you go, group collector. See, they know all the technical stuff the team knows. It's called group collector. So take a note of that, and see how you can use it. Again, we're going to be on Zoom next week. We're going to be on Zoom next week for Q&A. Q&A, I wanted to do that because it's a different way. Obviously, I get your questions here. Obviously, Zoom is an opportunity to just click the button and speak and see faces, etc. And for us to really just do an end of month huddle. So we're going to be on Zoom next week. Keep an eye out for that Zoom link. And again, that's going to be an opportunity for us to really just dialogue. And you can ask questions about any of the topics that we discussed this month or last month. Preferably keep it on this month, but if it's last month, that's fine. All right. So, in closing, I was thinking earlier this week, as I myself have been just like you guys. I practice what I preach. As I implement my systems and we are deploying, and there's things that we systematically do. And there's something to be said about consistency. And one of the things that is to be said about consistency, especially when you are, let's say for example, deploying a new marketing strategy. Be consistent, guys, and give it time to work. What do I mean by that? Thomas Edison, I was thinking about Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, this is one quote from him you see on the screen, but another quote from him, it says, Thomas Edison, obviously, who founded the light bulb. He said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And this was on his path to founding the light bulb. We're not even trying to find light bulbs, right? I would think on the grand scheme of things, what we're doing in general, with the marketing piece cannot really size up to a light bulb. But the point is, as you guys are deploying marketing techniques, maybe customer service systems, be consistent, because your consistency is what will allow you to identify tweaks to your execution. We give up too quick. We give up too quick. And we either give up too quick, or we're not consistent enough hacking at a thing to really fine tune it. To really, honestly, what I would say, as Thomas Edison, have our light bulb moment. Right? Have a light bulb moment, because you've tested it, you tweaked it so many times that voila, you have your light bulb. So the other quote that I saw that I wanted to bring to you guys today, it says, there's a way to do it better. Find it. There's a way to do it better. There's a way to do it better. Find it. So this probably nobody has ever, I haven't seen anybody tell someone to do Facebook groups. I see them being done, but I'm not seeing on a grand scale where realtors are being suggested to do Facebook groups. I don't see it. But this is a great way to do it. This is a great way to market for your business, nurture your leads, and create engagement, and of course convert them. Outside of that, what else are you doing that there may be a better way to do it? And again, it does not necessarily mean that you have to just completely throw the thing away. There's just probably just a small tweak that's going to make it better. So be open to, there's a way to do it better. Find it. There's even a way to deliver your services better. Find it. Maybe when you better than what you've been doing. Find it. And in finding it, as you're working through finding it, be consistent. Be consistent, because the consistency will allow you to find the tweaks, right? Being consistent will allow you to find the tweaks. If you make enough phone calls and you keep getting asked for the same thing, you already know, okay, I need this document. Okay, cool. Somebody said, I already have the Facebook group. I just need ways to keep people engaged or to bring leads. That's a very good question. So keeping people engaged is going to require a couple things. Number one, I'll just tell you, first of all, your ratios. If you only have 20 people in your group, don't expect all 20 people to, unless, they're like family and friends. Don't expect 20 people to always comment every day. That's just not what it is. Remember, your Facebook community is similar to if you hold an event, you get 50 RSVPs, 25 people are going to show up. That's what it is, right? So when it comes to engagement, think the same way. Don't expect all of your people to engage all the time. But some ways to get engagement is to make the content relevant to them. Also, again, at them, tag them. Most people don't know. Sure, there you go, Dylan. Most people they're getting a lot of notifications. And Facebook groups, you unless someone tags you or you make a comment on something, you're really not going to know if something was posted unless people go in, right? So maybe you create a giveaway or some type of special day that they know they should go in. It's Winning Wednesday. I don't know. I'm just throwing out the top of my head that your community knows I need to go in on Wednesdays to get information about whatever, right? This is where I'm saying to you. And then new leads, you can run ads. First of all, put a little bit of money behind your post. And again, continue to post. Place that information, place the invitation, the link to join your community on everything. We underestimate how many times people have to see information to engage and react and respond, right? So you're just going to be systematic about always putting that the invitation to join your community in front of people. All right. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right, guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you are, for those of you who have a Facebook group, I hope that you found that you're thinking of ways to tweak it, right? And do better, as well as I want to make sure, again, if you're following, make sure you're following the people who are in your group, engaging, liking their posts, commenting, right? And just build the group, build the group, build the group. All right, guys. That was our discussion. Looking forward to Awesome. You're welcome. Looking forward to next week. Looking forward to seeing your faces on the Zoom call. That's going to be our Q&A. Again, bring all your questions. I know that you guys we're supposed to post in the community, and we still are, some templates for your buyer guide and your seller guide. That is still going to be posted. That full transparency, they're waiting on me to review and approve it. I got thrown off. My schedule last week just went crazy, but I want to show you something, part of it. Those of you who follow me on social media, I want to show you guys this. Can you guys see that? I was awarded the 2022 Realtor Educator of the Year last Friday. So was not expecting this, but I wanted to make sure that you guys saw this. And I wanted to thank you for allowing me to practice on you. No, just kidding. No. Wanted to thank you guys for always. Thank you. Wanted to thank you guys for always, just always participating, right? Always with your feedback, always being encouraging, always being on time and being in the place. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, I was just telling the team I can't. I'm glad I stuff gets dropped in my schedule, and I'm like, oh my god. But that was one of the things I really did not know. I didn't even know, and I was supposed to be somewhere else, and they were like, you get to be here tomorrow. So I was there, and this happened. So thank you so much, really, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you, Pat. Thank you. Um, I'll see you next week. See this type of hanging out. See, I'm almost stuck. I can't wait to see you guys next Thursday. Next Thursday, keep an eye out for the Zoom link. Q&A. Let's have a discussion. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Have a great weekend, guys, and I will see you again next week. Love you much. Bye.